considered titling this video Getting Catcalled for the First Time because I am that sheltered of a person that I've never actually experienced being catcalled. Guys leering at me, yes. Guys saying hello to me in that kind of creepy way where you're wondering if they're trying to sell you something or just what their motive is, yes. But never that stereotypical catcalling that you see in movies and on TV that I kind of expected to happen in like New York City or something. So here's what happened. KP, aka me, walking down the street on my lunch break, minding my own business. I walked a different way that day because I had some errands to run, but I did check it out on Google Maps beforehand and decided that it seemed decent and safe for me to walk there. And for all intents and purposes, it was. It was pretty, lots of trees blooming, some older but upkept buildings with cool architecture, other women walking along in workwear. Cool, right? I come upon a construction truck and there's one guy sitting on a bucket kind of inside the door of the truck. He looks chill, like he's taking his lunch break. Now I will tell you that my walk down the street mentality is to not make eye contact with other people, and I know our inability to interact with other people and be personable is ruining our society, but I do it anyway because, well, I have a lot of social anxiety. I don't want strangers to think that I'm inviting them to have a conversation with me when I'm just trying to walk down the street and get to my destination. So I'm walking on by, and the second that I pass the open door, someone yells, "White titties!" Now I was already power walking because that's just how I walk normally. I'm type A, okay? Deal with it. So I didn't stop or turn or look or anything. My peripheral vision informed me that there was at least one other guy in the door of the truck. So I couldn't see him, but maybe he could see me, like there was a window. So I didn't react, other than my face, which probably looked something like this. And that prompted him to say again, "Hey, white titties." So now what happened in my head after this incident? At first I was like, what the heck? And tried to deny that he was actually talking to me. But the second time he said it, it pretty much confirmed that he was. Second, I literally looked down at my boobs and was like, is my shirt ripped or see-through or something that I'm not aware of? Note, this is what I was actually wearing. A crew neck 3/4 sleeve shirt, jeans with the hems rolled up just over my ankles, and tennis shoes. So nothing about what I was wearing was sexual. Third, I was like, wait a second, why am I policing my clothing like that's what made him call out to me? What I'm wearing has nothing to do with whether someone can keep their thoughts to themselves. Fourth, why white titties? Like, was he expecting me to show them to him? Did he deduce that my breasts would be super white from the little bit of super pale skin that was peeking out at my ankles? Fifth, I need to tell my boyfriend about this. But sixth, what the heck is Parker gonna do about it? Seventh, maybe I shouldn't tell anybody because I know there are gonna be guys on the internet who defend them and say, you shouldn't have been walking around by yourself. You shouldn't have been wearing that. You're making it up. You're too ugly to be catcalled. So eighth, well, that sucks. Ninth, you know what? No, I want to tell people about this because it's awful and also kind of funny. Like white titties, who, what, when, where, why? I want people to laugh at this situation with me. And 10th, here we are. So that was my process. I realized that it was a little bit like the 5 stages of grief where you've got like denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. But you know, everyone's got their own process. I also recognized that in terms of being catcalled, this was a pretty tame situation and that for some people, it's a totally normal occurrence and that's awful. So for you all, I feel for you. I'm sorry that this is something you have to deal with all the time when you're just trying to like walk someplace and live your life. And because I want to try to turn a negative into a positive and laugh at the bad things in life, what is the weirdest thing you've heard someone say when catcalling? It could have been to you or to a friend, or you could have just been around when it happened. I'm trying to be all-inclusive here because I know you don't have to be a woman to have witnessed the stupidity that is catcalling. So tell me down in the comments, plus remember to like, favorite, share, and subscribe if this video made you smile. See you guys on Tuesday.